We now look back at key Tzu Chi events that occurred between last July and August.
In July, Tzu Chi volunteers in Malaysia presented a musical adaptation of the Water Repentance text. 1 year leading up to the presentation, the volunteers gathered regularly to practice together. Everyone seized time to practice.
痛了，腿臂都红了。
睡觉前、睡醒、厕所、在车上、堵车，就是肯定是这个了。
In 3 days, the volunteers staged 6 presentations. In the Philippines, temporary houses Tzu Chi built for Typhoon Haiyan survivors in Palo were completed.
Sobra-sobra, syempre, kasi mayroon na akong bahay. Tapos, dito kami magkakatipon-tipon ng mga anak ko.
Tzu Chi also organized vocational training classes for the residents to learn a skill. In July, with the help of Tzu Chi volunteers, a suspension bridge in Palo, damaged by Typhoon Haiyan, was rebuilt and opened for use. In July, torrential rains led to severe flooding in Myanmar. To carry out relief, Tzu Chi volunteers even had to go into the disaster areas by boat. They worked with a temple to prepare hot meals and also hired the locals to set up makeshift kitchens, cook hot meals, and deliver them to those affected by the flooding. Tzu Chi also gave out rice seeds to affected farmers. Those who'd received Tzu Chi's aid after Cyclone Nargis in 2008 also donated their rice seeds to help. A cycle of love has begun in Myanmar as more and more locals adopt the practice of saving a handful of rice from every meal to help the needy.
代表我们所有的师生全县的这个乡亲表达我们对自己的这个最高的感谢之意。谢谢。
In 2015, Tzu Chi signed agreements with the Ministry of Education and several counties in Taiwan to help rebuild schools that are too old and dangerous to use.
为偏远地区的花莲撒下教育爱心的种子。
In fact, this is not the first time that Tzu Chi helped rebuild schools in Taiwan. After a major earthquake hit Taiwan in 1999, Tzu Chi rebuilt 51 schools damaged by the quake.
每个人都有那种想要对慈济表达感恩的心。
感谢慈济，耶！
恁会当鼓掌，会定两只手，就会当做垃圾分类啦，对不对呢？
By 2015, Tzu Chi has been promoting recycling for 25 years. Over the years, Tzu Chi volunteers worldwide have spared no effort to protect the environment.
难行能行，要逆境上游。
当人讲台湾话我听不懂啊，要救地球，讲这么一句话我听懂。
身体好，
日日拢无烦恼，欢喜的环保站。
他若无做，手尿尿啊，会想弄个那个。
用太多水就没水，可以 recycle， 鼻子也可以浇花。
Tzu Chi volunteers collect recyclables day and night and transport them by bicycle, tricycle, truck, or even gondola and boat. In August, Typhoon Sudalor hit Taiwan, causing severe devastation in a mountain village in northern Taiwan. Tzu Chi volunteers, young and old alike, immediately gathered together to help clean up the village. As heavy machinery could not fit into the village, Tzu Chi volunteers went in on foot. They cleaned out the mud, one bucket after another, and shoveled out debris from house to house. In 3 days, over 6,000 volunteers pitched in to help. Despite being covered in mud and sweat, everyone served willingly with a joyful heart. In August, massive explosions occurred at a chemicals warehouse in Tianjin, China. Tzu Chi volunteers quickly gave out emergency cash to workers who had to return to their hometown after they lost their jobs due to the incident. The volunteers also visited residents in the neighborhood to bring them care and comfort. In August, Zheng Dageng from China left for Hualien Tzu Chi Hospital in Taiwan. Zheng suffered from a neurological disorder that caused his muscles to twitch and jerk involuntarily. To say his own name, it took him several seconds. After having a deep brain stimulation electrode implant, he was able to start doing exercises and recovered gradually. Before he was discharged, the medical team celebrated his rebirth and gave him their well wishes.
感恩上人，感恩医生，感恩主祭。
我是郑大根。